Oh my God. Wow. Just wow. Wow, the team I picked to go to the finals looked pathetic. This organization is a joke right here. This is such a joke organization. I can't believe it. How did I pick this team to win? Why did I pick the Clippers? Why should I should have gone with my gut and picked the Lakers. Why did I pick them? Why did I pick you? Oh, I know. Kawhi, Paul George, Marcus Harrell, Patrick Beverly, Lou Williams, Marcus Morris Sr. I could go a whole bunch of lists of what these players are. All right, let's look at this. How do you manage Patrick Beverly? You keep talking trash all you want. And look where you let Jamal Murray go. Look at that! How do you allow him to do this to you? Okay, fine. You may say, but they didn't have anyone for Jokic. Okay, that may be true. But you have people for Jamal Murray, don't you? Let's look at the Clipper. Lou Williams, you didn't even show up. And you're calling yourself a 6 Man of the Year player. How could you? How could you not show up for the most important moment of your life? For your career? Paul George, playoff P, baby. Playoff P happened. Yeah, that's right. Playoff P happened again. Kawhi, of all the players, my God, you played pathetic. I don't want to hear right now anything for this man. Beverly, my God, you, Beverly, the trash talker? You are basically Jalen Ramsey in the NBA. That's what Patrick Beverly is. Trash talker, saying how players are bad and all that. And look what happens. He gets owned. My God, I can't believe this. Marcus Morris Sr. Now, I will be honest with you. Let's be for real. He didn't work well with the Clippers at all. After that trade to the Clippers, he kind of did not look like himself. How did he play better with the Knicks than he did with the Clippers? I have no idea. How's that even possible? Look at those stats, too. My God. My God. You want to know something? I just want to know this. I really do. I want to know this exactly. When are we going to look at Doc Rivers? When are we going to look at him? No one has ever looked at Doc Rivers right now. You think this is the only time he choked a 3-1 lead? It is not. He has done it twice as a Clipper. As a Clippers head coach, how do you accomplish it twice? Look at the Clippers the last 10 years or so. Now, I'm going to name the players I can. If some players were in different years of being Clippers, my apology, but so much wasted potential. Jamal Crawford, Blake Griffin, Chris Paul, DeAndre Jordan, Zach Randolph, Al-Farouq Aminu. You want me to keep going? You want me? Okay, Tobias Harris, who had 1 year. Oh my God. Austin Rivers, Kawhi right now, Paul George right now. You just wasted Marcus Morris. You so far have wasted him. Lou Williams. Dude, you look at the Clippers in the last 10 years. The potential of this team in the last 10 years. How in the world have you not gotten past the second round? This organization is a joke. Go ahead. Mention my Portland Trail Blazers. Go ahead and mention that. At least Damian Lillard's gotten past the second round before they could. The Clippers in the last 50 years have been a disgrace. They really have been a disgrace. This whole season was most likely about Lakers, Clippers, Lakers, Clippers, Clippers, Lakers, Clippers, Lakers. Look at this now. How in the world? What was it? Top 10 offense, top 10 defense, the best bench in the whole league. You choked 3-1. Just look at, like I said, the Clippers in the last 10 years. How in the world has this organization not been past the second round? How? Just how? And I'm looking at the 6 man years they have gotten. 6 man years. Jamal Crawford, Lou Williams, Martez Harrell. I mean, even those guys have been wasted. Let's be for real. The last 10 years of great talent, the Clippers have wasted. This is why I feel so bad for Chris Paul over the years as a Clipper. He couldn't get past the second round. I feel bad for sometimes Blake Griffin when he was with the Clippers. Could never get past the second round. I mentioned so much talented players and maybe a few. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I think Shaun Livingston. If I mentioned a few that were like not in that 10 years, if I say some, I'm sorry. But you get the point that I am saying. This organization, in the last 10 years, has never gone past the second round, has had how many All-Stars? Like 5, 7 maybe? Great Six Man of the Year candidates. You've had 3 Six Man of the Year winners. 3! And yet, no matter how great of a bench you get, no matter how many good of a defense, or how much of a great coaching staff you have, or players, this team in the last 10 years, and why am I saying just the last 10 years? Because that's where I believe, I mean, I could be wrong. I feel like it was maybe 2012 or 11 Doc Rivers became a Clipper. I could be wrong. Can't remember really. But we need to look at him. Why don't we look at him? This man has choked 3-1 before. How in the world I can get Blake Griffin, Chris Paul, and DeAndre Jordan? I can get that situation of choking a 3-1 lead because it's already happened. It was against Patrick Beverley, Dwight Howard, and James Harden. But this, where it looked like it was probably a total dominance when it came 3-1 and you choked it again. How, and people even have said this roster on the Clippers is meant to beat the Lakers. This team is meant to beat the Lakers. And like I said before, Lakers, Clippers, Lakers, Clippers, Lakers, Clippers. Guess what? Kawhi, you didn't show up. I should have realized. I should have known this was going to happen. These are the Clippers. This is why this organization is a joke. This team has been a joke for 10 years. Never getting past the second round. Not even a few times getting past the first round. Even though, I will be honest, the 3 times I kind of understand. The Portland series, Blake Griffin and Chris Paul get injured. The Jazz series, Blake Griffin gets injured. He's missed the playoffs once as a Clipper. But that was kind of like the Clippers were kind of rebuilding. And then, last season, what did you expect? You really thought they were going to beat the Warriors? No, they were not. Those are the only excuses. What about the other excuses? This one. What's the excuse this time? I don't want to hear people defending Doc Rivers. I don't. I really don't. This man is an NBA champion. He has won the finals with Paul Pierce, Ray Allen, Kevin Garnett, Rajon Rondo. He's won it. And he even beating Kobe Bryant. This man's been in the finals twice. Lou Williams has been to the finals before, even though that was because of LeBron. But you get the point I'm saying. How in the world have these Clippers in the last 10 years, with the amount of talent they have had, and the amount of great coaches, the coaching staff, the amount of good bench players, and you still, even now, with Kawhi and Paul George, you couldn't get past the Denver Nuggets and blew a 3-1 lead? Really? Really? I got nothing to say. I have nothing to say. Honestly, where are people going to say they need to fire Doc Rivers? Because at this point, it has to happen soon. It has to happen soon, right? Just look at the players in the last 10 years. 10 or 8 years, whenever Doc Rivers was assigned as a Clipper. You just look at that. Just look at that. The amount of players how much they have wasted them.
Tripping, bro.
Honestly, just honestly, you can't get much more than this. The Clippers, Los Angeles Clippers. Yeah. How about Los Angeles Jokers? How about that for an organization? This franchise is a joke. 50 years and never gone past the second round. My God, what a joke.
Oh no! We suck again!